Terrorism, in its broadest sense, is the use of intentionally indiscriminate violence as a means to create terror or fear in order to achieve a political, religious, or ideological aim. Terrorism is a term that had been first used in the 1970s, but as journalists and newspapers began using the term Islamic terrorists shortly after the 9/11 attacks, the term became popular amongst the public. Broad categories of political organizations have been claimed to have been involved in terrorism in order to further their objectives, including right-wing and left-wing political organizations, nationalist groups, religious groups, revolutionaries, and ruling governments. Terrorism-related legislation has been adopted in various Western states such as Canada, the UK, and the US since the September 11 attacks regarding it as a crime. However, there is no universal agreement as to whether or not terrorism can be regarded as a war crime. According to data from the Global Terrorism Database by the University of Maryland, College Park, more than 61,000 incidents of non-state terrorism, resulting in at least 140,000 deaths, have been recorded from 2000 to 2014. Modern-day terrorist groups such as Boko Haram, ISIS, the Irish Republican Army, and the Taliban commit violent acts of terrorism on an almost daily basis, taking the lives of many civilians and soldiers, leveling cities, and destroying personal property. Each act of terrorism is a performance devised to affect many large audiences. Terrorists also attack national symbols to show power and to attempt to shake the foundation of the country or society they are opposed to. This may negatively affect a government while increasing the prestige of the given terrorist group and/or ideology behind a terrorist attack. In November 2004, a Secretary General of the United Nations described terrorism as any act intended to cause death or serious bodily harm to civilians or non-combatants with the purpose of intimidating a population or compelling a government or international organization to do or abstain from doing any act.